Welcome back to... Oh, sorry, one sec. Hello? Yeah, I'm just in the middle of my episode. Oh, you want to talk to them? Okay. Sorry, guys. My phone wants to talk to you. If you want to have the force of a pilot, you need these apps. Welcome back to Aviator Inspirations, where I take the mystery out of the aviation industry. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. This week I'm going to share with you what's on my phone, specifically all the pilot-related apps that I use and find helpful. All the details about the apps will be listed in the show notes below, so check those out. Let's start with some pilot tools, and my most frequently used app by far is Yaro. It's my number one tool for checking weather because the app makes it extremely simple and easy for you. You can make categories either by country or province or some of the routes that you fly. Then you simply just have to add the airports to that category. Then all you have to do is hit refresh once and you'll get all the weather for all the airports. You no longer have to search for each airport individually, and you get an idea of what your whole day is going to look like. If you want to get more details about the weather for that particular airport, you just have to click on it. Down below you're presented with 4 categories. The first category is raw, which shows the aviation weather like pilots are actually used to seeing it and reading it. The second category is decoded, and that just breaks the weather down into layman terms. That's why this app is not only used for pilots, but anyone else who wants to get a more detailed idea of what the weather will look like for that day. Next you have radar, which shows you the precipitation that's going to be around the airport that you selected. And lastly, webcams, and that's just a compilation of all the webcams that are available near that town or city or airport. You can use this app in the day mode or the night mode if you're doing a lot of night flying and you don't want to get blinded by the screen when you're checking your weather. And that is just the tip of the iceberg of what this app can do. It's got a lot more detail and a lot more functions that I don't have time to jump into in this video. Yaro Weather comes in a free, light version and a paid version. Personally, I like the paid version because it gives me all the features that I want. It's not very expensive, and I've been using this app for over a decade. The next app I want to let you know about is ForeFlight. I currently don't use this app anymore because the airline I work for provides me a very similar flight planning tool on tablets inside the flight deck. But when I did fly air ambulance, this app saved me a lot of time in flight planning and made my response times a lot faster. This app is a powerhouse. It's a flight planning app, a weather checking tool, filing your flight plan app all in one. All you have to do is put in your departure and your destination, some of the airplane parameters, how high you want to fly, and this app will calculate everything for you, give you the required information on route and weather, fuel burn, everything you need. And once you save that route, the next time you're going to do that flight, the flight planning becomes even faster. This app is also jam-packed full of features that I don't have time to go into in this video, but just to give you an idea of how useful this app is, if you're navigating around bad weather or thunderstorms, not only can you see the thunderstorms moving live while you're in flight, assuming you have a 3G connection, but you can move your track and it will recalculate your fuel burn and your distance to your destination as well as your time and ETA, and therefore you'll have all the data you need to see if your diversion is going to be a safe one. Now the only downside to this app is its subscription cost. You can get more details in the show notes below. You can easily use 10 gigabytes or more depending on how much information you want to store, from maps to approach plates to your routes. But the company I was flying for was willing to pay for my subscription service, so I encourage you to talk to your company or whoever you're flying for if this is something that they can help you pay for. Another tool I frequently use is FlightAware. It's a free app that lets you track any airplane you want. It's a little bit confusing to use at first, but essentially at the top of the screen you have a search bar. There you can search by flight number, airport name, or city. So if you search for Vancouver, it will show you all the inbound and outbound flights from that city. With this information, you no longer have to wonder where your flight is, why your flight is delayed, and you will know what time the airplane will arrive. No longer will you have to wait for an update from the customer service agent telling you that the airplane will be here in 15 minutes when it's actually not going to be there. You can use the app, find out where it's coming from and what time it will land. With this app, you might even have more information than the customer service agent. You can either tap on an airplane to give you the basic information of that flight, or click the eye icon and it will present you with a list of all the arrivals and departures. There you can see where the airplane is actually coming from, the specific city, where it's arriving to. It will even tell you the gate number. Or you can go back and tap on the bottom left icon. This will bring up a list of all the arrivals and departures into that city. This is a great tool for airplane spotters and photographers because it gives you all the information that's required for you to find the airplane you're looking for. Now I'll rapid fire some apps that make my life on the road easier. The Starbucks and Tim Horton apps for my 5 a.m. morning coffee fix. These are my favorite apps to use because you can pay right from the app, so you don't have to dig around for your wallet and your flight bag. Converter Plus is a free, easy to use app for any conversions you need to do, either for weight or for fuel conversions. A great office tool for on the road is Tiny Scanner, and just recently I started to use Cam Scanner. If you have a business or a rental property, or you have to sign and send documents back and forth, these apps are a must on your phone. These apps scan documents in color or grayscale, black and white, and you can save the photos, share them, put them on Dropbox, anything you need. Next on the list, if you're deadheading or traveling, the new updated Netflix app is the best. Now you can save certain shows and movies offline, and this gives you a whole library of content available right on your phone. The only thing to watch out for is how many devices you are allowed to download content to. Depending on your subscription service, you will be allowed to only download to so many devices. So I encourage you to check that out. And lastly, if you like being productive on the road like I do, Duolingo is a free language learning app. It's based on the Rosetta Stone concept where you learn by association from words to pictures. It's free and does a great job at teaching you the basics. That way, if you later want to take more professional courses, this app will give you a basic, free foundation. Duolingo makes it sort of like a game where you get so many hearts or lives, and anytime you get an answer wrong, you lose a heart. Then you can practice previous lessons to earn hearts back, or you can purchase them in the store. So that's a brief overview of the top apps I use and recommend. Again, if you need more details about them, check out the show notes below. If you have any more aviation related questions, connect with me on my social media. Fly safe everyone, and I'll see you next week.